Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is CeeCeeG. I'm outside, and of course, it's raining again. So, I was looking at the forecast for this area, and I noticed that it's going to be cloudy from now to the 21st of August, because that's as far as I can see. Rain and clouds. So, I don't know how this garden is going to hold up if it's going to be constantly raining and no sun. Now, I think for like the next 5 days, it's straight cloudiness with rain. Some ranging between, I'm going to say 80 to like 20 to 80% of rain. And then some days are partly cloudy, with some sun, some clouds. But we will see as the days go by. So I'm out here with my raincoat on, my jacket. So I'm going to just show you because I can't seem to show you because it keeps raining. I don't know. But anyway, let me get to it in the video. All right, so this is the squash bed. We have some like yellow squash, butternut squash in here. And as you can see how it's looking. Now, I did throw some comfrey leaves in here, so it's probably looking like a swamp. But from the rains and things that have been coming down, it's been smashing down the leaves of the squash plants. And so with all this rain, the bees can't come out here and pollinate these flowers. So this is what's going on here, as you can see. And it's raining, and it's like a light rain right now. And I just want to show you what is going on. This is our winter squash plant growing, and I don't think anything is happening yet. It's probably flowering down in there, but for the most part, the sun isn't out. And I have some little squash plants growing in here. You can see I threw some comfrey mulch down in here that I chopped up. It'll break down into the soil. Some Swiss chard and the marigolds here. And this is, I think this is some type of mint herb. I have to look it up. Probably spearmint. And there's butter lettuce over here. Let me keep showing you. Okay, and these are canary melons and plant. And a lot of this is butternut squash all the way down. And then the lavender over there. And feverfew, which is a herb. It's like a natural Tylenol. There. And these are our string bean plants. We lost a lot of them because of the intense heat. Like, we don't have any trees covering and shadowing some of this stuff, so it's pretty much open air here. Here's some more squash plants that I had planted, because I wanted to focus on planting the squash a little close to the fall season because of the squash bugs problems. So to try to remedy this situation. Okay, so here's some more mint herb. I do need to tend to this garden, this bed, because of course you can see there's weeds. We still have the cherry tomato plant growing, and I don't know, without the sun it's not gonna do too well. This is eggplant. It took forever for this eggplant to get to this size, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. Then we have some basil here that's growing, and of course there's some comfrey in this one. And it's still producing, so I'm going to let it hang. Let this plant continue and see how far it can go. Okay, so this right here is another coneflower that never really took off. I don't know what's going on with this one. This bed needs to be cleaned too. It's got that sporage weed growing. It's like a flat weed, and once you pick it up, it's like picking up a whole carpet. Some marigolds, some kale, and we had more kale in here, and I had to pull it because it just looked so diseased and burnt up from the sun. Like we were like wetting, watering everything. around the clock, but it was just too much. It was too much. And at the end, as you can see, that tall plant, that amaranth plant, as you can see, it's budding. It looks beautiful over there. That whole plant is edible as well. Okay, and here is a mixture of oregano, stinging nettle, chives. I did chop this down finally. I call this the Wild Wild West because it was looking crazy over here. And all of this is oregano. Like, I'm going to have to come out here and get this oregano. But with all this rain, I can't be bothered with all this. And this here is the comfrey. And I showed you in a previous video or picture that I had cut down this comfrey. And you can see that it's regrowing. So it will reproduce. So that's a good thing. Now, this is the coneflower, and the butterflies and the bees have been having a grand time on top of these flowers, which I can now get close to because they were taking over the joint. So, and I have some comfrey over there growing, and in the rear I have some more comfrey and some peppers. I'm going to see if any of the peppers are ready to be picked. Let's see. Nope. I'm just kind of poking around. I'm going to take this one because it's hanging over the edge. Put that in my pocket. Let that one go too. So here's one here. And then here is the other one. That's the other green pepper. Let's see, because it's kind of leaning over, so I had to kind of pick it up. I should put a stick in it, stake it, being that I'm out here in this rain trying to film. Okay, I don't see anything else on this one. It's some growing, but it's not ready. Here's some more comfrey right here. Something just moved in them woods. I don't be playing that. I get out of Dodge. Okay, here's the back side of this bed. This comfrey plant, when we planted this one, it died because of the heat. But thanks be to God, it's coming back. So praise God for that, because I was sad to see it go. But God brought it back, so I'm grateful for that. Let's see. There's some more pepper plant. Ooh, I don't want to. This one's falling over as well. I'm going to have to stake these. I'm doing my best to film and hold in the rain because it's kind of like lean. I'm going to have to get a stick on that and a zip tie. Okay, and here's another pepper plant. And last year we had so many peppers. This year, it was here and there. But I think because with the comfrey being behind here, it just kind of took over. And so, yeah, I think I need to grab some. Grab this one. Okay, so here's another one I just pulled. Because the weight from the peppers will start weighing it down. So, there's a couple on here that's growing. I'm gonna definitely have to stake them. There's some here. That one's growing. Something here. So that's pretty much it for that side. Onions were at the base of this bed. There's still some in there, but I think something got to it and ate it. I don't know if they ate just the green part or they just left the bulb or they probably ate the whole daggone thing. So yeah, so here's some more. I think this was some type of squash plant here. Spaghetti squash, I think. And let's see how the watermelon is doing, because I'm kind of afraid with this rain keep coming down. And this is a bed like with all spearmint. A little stinging nettles in here. We had some sage in the watermelon. plant here. This is our watermelon baby. Let's check it out. All right, so far so good, I hope. Yeah, so that's how that's doing. Over there, I'm going to take all of that up and reroute all that, because you see how all that grass is growing all up around it. It's a mess. I ain't got time for that. And here's some more comfrey. So this yard has got a plenty of comfrey. I don't think I need any more right now. This is another area where we have some watermelon growing. We had one on here. It cracked from the heavy downpour, and something took a bite out of crime. I'm not going in there right now. It's just pointless. I do have onions growing in them pots and moringa all the way down. It's just we need to move them so we can cut the grass out from in between them. There's like different marigolds growing in here. It took forever. This thing was growing tall as me, but it finally did bloom at the base here. So it's not much, but hey, this might be looking like grass, but I need to check it because I'm trying to grow some common plantain herb, because I want to make a salve out of it for like a bug, like the anti-itch salve, like after you get bit. So I gotta go through here and see what's what. There's like cabbage, there's comfrey, there's everything, mugwort. This whole thing is a catastrophe, but it'll get done when I can get it done. So there's some spaghetti. There's our cups that we have some stuff growing. I see some things are doing something here. This is where I put everything, right here on the steps that I'm starting and all. And so, yeah, but without the sun, I don't know, man. I don't know. We shall see. Here are more of our cups. Some doing okay, some, yeah. Sometimes the seeds don't germinate. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm just over it with this whole growing season, as I wanted to produce more, but you know, it is what it is. There's nothing I can say about that. Okay, guys, so this is going to end it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.